Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Now with the main headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi remarks on prayers of the travellers. The Holy City Karbala-based Fatimat al-Zahra Foundation gives bedroom furniture to newlyweds. Imam Hussein Week successfully concludes its activities on spreading Imam Hussein's message. Security, stability and economic recovery boost tourism in Iraq. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, dear viewers. This is Yunus Dawood and you're watching Shia Waves live from London, only on Imam Hussein TV 3. The daily scholarly meetings of Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi was held on Tuesday, the 19th of Jumad al-Thani. In this session, like the previous meetings, the Marja answered the questions of the attendees about various jurisprudence issues. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi pointed out the necessity of having the intention to travel in order for the prayer to become shortened, and said if a person does not intend from the beginning to travel 8 farasikh and after starting the journey the distance of travel increases over time, even if it reaches 100 farasikh, his or her prayer will not be shortened. Let's watch here and the sayings of Grand Ayatollah Shirazi together.
از هر جا که قصد رجوع داشت و 8 فرسخ شد حالا الان قصد رجوع هنوز رجوع نکرده میدونم این الان این شرط البشرط عدم عند عدم شرط صدق سفر شرعاً اینه که 8 فرسخ قصد کرده باشه، نکرده بود. این الان هم نمازش تمامه. الان قصد مراجعه داره ولی مراجعه نکرد. من این راجی که به نیت اومدم بالاخره یک روزی باید بزنم. میدونم اما الان این شرطی که باید 8 فرسخ را قاصد باشه نبوده، پس الان تو اینجا بعد 100 فرسخ نمازش تمومه. وقتی که خواست برگرده به حد ترخص که رسید نمازش شکسته میشه. بله.
In conjunction with the blessed birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatimat al-Zahra alayhi salam, the Fatimat al-Zahra Culture Foundation in the holy city of Karbala, Iraq, announced on Wednesday its new initiative to support young people who are getting married. The foundation's director, Sheikh Ali Mujahid, told Shia Waves agency that the foundation, as part of its continuous charitable activities, is preparing to offer gifts to newlyweds. He added that the initiative includes donating complete bedroom furniture to newly married young couples in the holy city of Karbala, adding that this initiative is launched in conjunction with the blessed birthday of Sayyidah Fatimat al-Zahra alayhi salam. Sheikh Mujahid emphasized that this humanitarian initiative and other philanthropic activities are based on the recommendations of the Supreme Religious Authority, His Eminence Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi, and his continuous confirmation on the importance of facilitating marriage procedures, especially for the young generation. He also confirmed that the foundation continues to hold charitable, medical and cultural as well as religious activities and programs in Iraq and Iran in support of the noble Shia families to reduce their burden in light of the difficult living conditions. The Cultural Association of Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam, or the Ahlul Bayt Student Organization, the AABS-CO in the United States, successfully concluded Imam Hussein Week last December. A joint statement by the two associations seen by Shia Waves agency that the month of December last year was full of important cultural and religious activities for the Shia community, most notably the Imam Hussein Week activities. It continued, it was a great honor for the loyal Shias to commemorate the events of the Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam and to begin the new year with celebrations of the blessed birth of Sayyidah Fatimat al-Zahra alayhi salam. The statement explained that the events of Imam Hussein Week witnessed large Shia turnout and succeeded in raising awareness of the sacrifices of Imam Hussein alayhi salam for humanity. The statement mentioned that among the important activities of this event was the launch of a blood donation campaign with the help of the Gulf Coast Blood Drive, where large quantities of blood were collected, enough to save hundreds of lives. It pointed out that the event was concluded by discussing important topics, most notably freedom and justice, and university students had their distinctive presence to discuss these topics and their relations with Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Let us remind our respective viewers of today's headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi remarks on status and differences of the 14 infallibles. Shias of Ahl Bayt rejoice in celebration of birth anniversary of Sayyidah Fatimah al-Zahra. Indonesian writer says Battle of Karbala will continue to live in the consciousness of free Muslims and free people. Also tonight, 465,000 Yugas newly employed in Xinjiang, mostly in forced labor, experts say. According to a report recently published by the independent website IOL, Iraq has reached a state of recovery and openness to the world to attract tourists and visitors who wish to visit its holy sites, its cultural landmarks, and its ancient ruins. In this report, a copy of which was obtained by Shia Waves agency, the website said that Iraq is witnessing a good state of security and economic recovery and has now become a destination for many tourists and travelers and adventurers who love to discover the civilization of this Asian country. The report also added in the past and the result of Iraq's exposure to successive terrorist attacks, it was very dangerously to travel into the country, even while governments were warning their people not to even think about traveling there. It explained that tourists, including Russians, British and Americans, prefer to visit the ancient ruins of Babylon as well as the holy city of Najaf, noting that the increase in tourism coincides now with the Iraqi government's guests to show that the country is safe and open to foreign companies and visitors as it seeks to diversify its oil-dependent economy. The report also quoted Iraqi Minister of Culture and Tourism and Antiques, Ahmed Fakak al-Badrani, as saying work is underway to build new hotels to meet the increasing demand and relative tourist and historical sites, adding that the image of the country in the West as a battlefield of conflict will gradually change with the increase in the number of tourists coming to Iraq. And now we'll continue with some short news. The Engineering Project Department at Imam Hussein Holy Shrine announced that it has completed the final designs for the construction of the Warq Psychiatric Hospital in the holy city of Karbala. In a statement to Shia Waves agency, that Hussein Reza Mahdi, head of the Engineering Department and the Imam Hussein Holy Shrine, has taken on the responsibility of establishing strategic projects that serve their honourable citizens in various governments of Iraq. Mahdi explained that the project came following appeals from citizens and specialized doctors to open such hospital to care for the people. The hospital is located on the holy city of Karbala, Najaf Highway, and is expected to be completed in 2025. Jailed former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan's party is being targeted by systematic disbarment and pre-poll rigging, a rights-watching watchdog said on January 2nd, casting doubts on the fairness of the upcoming elections. Nomination papers for Khan and his majority of his Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or the PTI party candidates, have been rejected by the Electoral Commission, according to PTI, shutting them out of the February 8 ballot. The nature of the rejection seems systematic, according to Human Rights Commission of Pakistan, or the HRCP. Official Farhatullah Babar, human rights groups and independent monitors in Pakistan have voiced concerns over military-backed government crackdown on the political party and increased media censorship. Muslim teenagers and young children of Montreal are attending religious education classes at Al-Hawra Zainab Husseiniya, one of the centers affiliated to the office of the Supreme Marja' Grand Ayatollah Sayyid Sadiq al-Hussein al-Shirazi in Montreal. For more than a year, this Husseiniya has been holding religious education classes for a group of young children and teenagers with the aim of developing the intellectual and religious beliefs of the children of Muslim families. These classes are held in two sections of teaching ahkam, jurisprudence and theology, and the section of teaching the practical and moral life of the Ahlul Bayt alayhum salam. These training sessions are shared through the YouTube channel of the Husseiniya in order to benefit other Muslims in other cities and countries. All India Majlis Ittihad al-Muslimin, or the AMIMA, Chief Asadun Awaisi, expressing concern over the religious landscape in India that has said that Muslims' places of worship are under constant threat, Kashmir media service have reported. Addressing a rally in New Delhi, Asaduddin Awaisi said that Muslims have lost Baburi Masjid in Odia, where they worshipped for 500 years. Awaisi's remarks came at a time when the Hindutva forces and the authorities are planning to demolish South Delhi's Soneri Masjid. The AIMIM president raised up questions about the bias against Muslims, wondering as to why the BJP and the Narendra Modi-led government harbour so much animosity towards mosques and the sounds emanating from them. The Earth had its hottest year on record in 2023, according to preliminary data from the US government and other climate research bodies. The US National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or the NOAA, has said that it has all but certain that 2023 will indeed rank as the warmest year in 174 years, blaming ongoing climate crisis caused by humanity's greenhouse emissions. Overall, a high concentration of the CO2 and other climate gases in the Earth's atmosphere has led to rising average global temperatures, scientific consensus has found. Data shows that the months of June through November to 2023 have been the hottest of their kind since records started in 1850, with July 2023 qualifying as the hottest of them all. The heat last year exacerbated natural disasters around the world. In Libya, thousands of people were killed after flooding triggered the collapse of 2 dams, and other flash floods caused lives in Brazil, China and the US. Meanwhile, wildfires exploded across Greece, Italy, Croatia, Algeria and Canada. China says that 465,000 people were newly employed during the first 10 months of the year in far western Xinjiang region. Evidence, it said, showed that Beijing was successfully promoting economic development to create a happy and harmonious Yuga society. But Yuga experts and activists said many of the jobs amounted to forced labor of people who had been detained or were still detained in a vast network of re-education camps where their human rights were routinely abused. The primary objective of such arrangements is to subject them to Chinese surveillance and control throughout their workday, ultimately aiming at eradicating the Yuga nation, some activists inform. They explain that individuals compelled to work in factories in Xinjiang or in Chinese provinces that are not voluntary participants. Instead, local authorities are using coercive measures, and many receive only a fraction of regular wages, which is internationally recognized as forced labor. China desperately needs Uyghurs to fill these jobs which lack technical complexity and less favored by Chinese workers, these experts noted. Over 11 million Uyghurs live in the Xinjiang Yuga Autonomous Region in northwestern China, according to China's 2020 census. According to the findings of a new research which used data from the Millennium Cohort study, almost half of British teenagers say they feel addicted to social media. These findings come amid mounting pressure for big tech companies to be held accountable for the impact of their platforms on users. The latest research by Dr. Amy Orban team at the University of Cambridge is tracking the lives of about 19,000 people born from between 2000 to 2002 across England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. When the cohort were aged 16 to 18, they were asked for the first time about social media use. Of the 7,000 people who responded, 48% said they agreed or strongly agreed with the statement that I am addicted to social media. A higher proportion of girls, 57%, agreed compared to boys, which is 37%, according to the data shared with The Guardian. There had been growing concern about the potential for digital technologies to drive compulsive behaviors, with the World Health Organization establishing gaming disorder as a diagnosis in the International Classification of Diseases. In a significant advancement for deep space exploration, NASA is preparing to deploy cutting-edge humanoid robots capable of operating autonomously in challenging extraterrestrial environments. This landmark mission marks a paradigm shift in space exploration, merging AI-powered dexterity with human-like adaptability to unlock new realms of scientific inquiry. The robots, equipped with advanced manipulators and advanced perception systems, aim to expand our understanding of the universe beyond human limitations. They tackle the tasks deemed too risky or impractical for astronauts, paving the way for future human missions. NASA Dexterous Robotics team leader Sean Azimi said that humanoid robots in space could potentially handle risky tasks like cleaning solar panels or inspecting malfunctioning equipment outside the spacecraft, so astronauts can prioritize exploration and discovery. Their AI capabilities further revolutionize space exploration and real-time decision-making, autonomous mission planning and adaptability to unforeseen challenges, unlock a new era of independent scientific investigation in space. From lunar resource extraction to exoplanet characterization, these robots offer unparalleled capabilities. Their endurance and adaptability will pave the way for longer and more ambitious space missions, expanding the frontiers of human knowledge and our reach into the cosmos. We have reached the end of today's Shia Wave show. Let's remind our dear viewers of today's headlines. Grand Ayatollah Shirazi remarks on prayer of travellers. The Holy Karbala-based Fatima Zahra Foundation gives bedroom furniture to newlyweds. Imam Hussein Week successfully concludes its activities on spreading Imam Hussein's message. Security, stability and economic recovery boost tourism in Iraq. 465,000 Uyghurs newly employed in Xinjiang, mostly in forced labour. Almost half of British teens feel addicted to social media, research says. And NASA deploys humanoid robots for frontier space exploration. You can view the latest news on Shia Waves' website, and you can send news of your city or country to be published on a news agency. Contact us on the numbers at the bottom of your screen. This is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching, and we pray to Allah the Almighty to hasten the reappearance of the Master of our time. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Herat, Afghanistan. In a dimly lit room, a young mother despairingly kindles a lantern, casting a warm, flickering glow